I would like to take a moment to install the dynamite, the TNT, and blow up a myth. It's a myth that has been going on for so long. And part of it was in my former life as a financial, not former life as in past life experiences, but former life and career as a financial advisor. We had this happen all the time. People would have money set aside, and I would say, "What's that money for?" They said, "Well, that is my emergency fund." Right? My emergency fund. We even hear it on some very, very popular speakers in the country that promote financial education and things like that, talk about having an emergency fund. I want to debunk that right now. One, I'm going to use kind of Mother Nature here as part of it. See, an emergency, if you're going to go grab your dictionary or whatever it is on your phone that you can do these days, if you look up emergency, an emergency is something that we haven't quite prepared how to react or deal with, right? An emergency room, they have no idea they don't have a list of what's coming in tonight. It's an emergency. It's an issue that came up that we don't know how to deal with, so we rely on others to help us out, et cetera, et cetera. So an emergency is something that we can't quite predict for or have the resources to deal with. That's why it's an emergency. Take that back. Not rescinded, but you have money put aside for an emergency. You just basically said, I have money put aside that will not be enough to cover whatever's going to happen to me. What I'm getting at is, it's a reserve fund. It's a savings account. It's a money market. It's a rainy day fund. I don't care what you call it, but don't call it an emergency, because basically you're asking the universe to bless you with some crisis that you don't have enough money to cover. So the minute you call it an emergency fund, you're just asking for it. Just like any other emergency. So the more you can prepare, so you are preparing. So quit referring to it as a crisis, refer to it as a reward. It's your reward money. However you want to phrase it. But I would just like you not to use the word emergency if you can help it. I think it'll change your perspective, and probably some things will happen in your life that don't require you overspending it.